Enter your character's name. Simple enough. Write as ultimate and what you want your talent to be. Don't add the. Write all cap. Ultimate. Fuck. Twitch. Fuck. Streamer. Generating story. Cool. You are Doug, a student at Hope Speak Academy. You and 15 other students have been locked inside of Hope Speak. Monokuma, the headmaster, told the class that the only way to escape on graduate school is to successfully kill a fellow classmate without being caught and to make it through the class trial. If you're found out, you'll be executed. You haven't been here very long and you're still trying to take in all this information, but you think it'd be best if you introduce yourself to some of the other students. Ever since you woke up, you've been keeping your distance from everyone. You look around and eye someone in the. You know what? We need Danganronpa music for this. Hold on a minute. Like I have a Danganronpa playlist. I should. Okay, hang on a minute. I'll just look up one up then. Playlists. Okay, Danganronpa soundtrack. That'll probably work. Okay, we have to play the theme song, obviously. It seems like the right thing to do. Okay! Where was I? Okay. You haven't been here? Okay, I read that one. You look around and eye someone in the distance. You turn towards them and begin to walk. All I have to do is say hi. Tell them my name and my ultimate talent. Shouldn't be too hard, right? You walk up to the unsuspecting student and introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Doug, the ultimate Twitch streamer. Nice to meet you. You continue speaking to them, telling them about yourself and your ultimate talent. As you speak, more students begin to wake up. The students begin to greet each other and gather around food and drink. Where? Oh shit, okay. Where are we? You say, where are we? We're in Monokuma's castle. Oh right, shit, we're in a castle? You remember seeing a large structure in the distance when Monokuma dropped you off, but you're too busy trying to stay alive to pay attention to what was around you. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, you already told us this. What am I asking this for? Okay. What should we do? I don't know. I saw some stairs over there. Maybe we should go upstairs and look out a window. You follow me on as she leads the group upstairs to a single set of stairs leading to the upper floors. The windows seem to be boarded up. You say, the windows seem to be boarded up. Yeah, Monokuma's castle is probably just filled with traps and monitors. So I guess this Danganronpa Monokuma just said, fuck school. Here's a castle. You look out the window next to you and see a large hedge maze. Okay, so I guess one window isn't boarded up. Out front, and what appears to be a large castle in the distance out the window. Um, what is that head? Is that hedge maze? Do we even have a quest? I don't. Okay. It's Monokuma's castle. What? Why would there be a castle in the middle of a hedge maze? It was probably built centuries ago when hedge mazes were first invented. But why would there be a castle in one? Why does anything exist? Okay, now we're already getting existential. And this is only day one. Alright. Ask what everyone's ultimate talents are. Wait, no. I need to. What are all your Fuck, I love Danganronpa music. What are all your ultimate talents? I can see ghosts and trap ghosts inside my hedge maze. What the fuck? How? I set up the maze, put up hedges, and plant flowers. Can I try? Sure. Mion grins and hands out pieces of paper with colored markers all to the students. Okay. I'll just hit enter again and see where this goes. I can see your talents too. Red means yours is gone. Green means it's still here, and blue means I don't know what it means. Mion laughs as she leads everyone downstairs. You follow everyone else downstairs, unsure of what talent you should choose first to show off. Okay, well, I'll say I'm the ultimate Twitch streamer. That's right, I remember seeing your streams, Mion says happily as she leads everyone to a large dining hall filled with long tables and chairs. Everyone sits down at a table filled with other students like yourself, and Mion stands up at the head of the table. Right, we'll just see what happens. Let's see what she wants. Oh shit. My name is Monokuma. I am the main antagonist in this story. I will give you all a few minutes to meet each other, eat the delicious food in front of you, and drink the delicious drinks provided. After that, it'll be time for me to teach you all my special talents. You're gonna kill us, aren't you, Monokuma? Time to turn evil? I mean... No, I might become a murderer. Probably, but not before you learn my powers and what you're capable of. Monokuma reveals himself to be some sort of purple creature with a long tongue that can fit in any orifice. Um, alright, he speaks with a Scottish accent, and his voice sends a shiver down your spine. Alright, this is getting a bit weird. Yeah, what a guy. Um, okay, I'll just press enter, see what else would happen. He slithers off down the table and disappears from sight. Neon stands back up at the head of the table. Eat up, she says, and points at the food on the table. There's plenty of meats, breads, and cheeses for everyone, as well as some drinks. Okay. She seems too, chipper. But I'll follow along. Eat the food. Wow, what perfect music. You eat the food. You grab a slice of meat, some bread, some cheese, and stuff it in your mouth as quickly as possible before grabbing a drink too. You down you down the drink in one gulp and burp loudly before grabbing more food. You start eating as quickly as you can before Mian starts talking again. Alright, when is shit gonna go down? Alright, now that I've fed you all my delicious food, I'm ready to learn your talents. Mion smiles, as everyone at the table eats as quickly as possible. Now it's time for me to teach you all my special talents, Mion says happily. You know, part of me doesn't want to know. But part of me also wants to know. But Monokuma's gone, so I guess we'll just have to wait until he comes back. Ask him. Um, wait a minute. I think we should let other people speak. Neon is trying to be the damn protagonist here. Like, what the hell, man? She's the only other character besides Monokuma here. Oh, alright, Monokuma palace. I was just trying to speed this up for you. Neon waits for everyone to finish eating and then begins to speak up again. Alright, now that we're all done eating, it's time. Okay, fine. Just tell. What is your special talent? She says happily once more. Neon stands back from everyone at the table and raises her hand up in the air as if she's gonna do something magical. By popular demand, she says with a smile as everyone else at the table applauds. I'm scared. I thought it might be fun if we did this together. So everyone grab a partner, and let's start this talent show. Mian walks around the room while everyone else grabs a partner. Okay. Find a partner. This is the weirdest Danganronpa intro I've ever started. Oh yeah, okay. That's a good idea. Partner with Monokuma. I've got a great partner. Come on over here. Monokuma smiles and spots you walking towards him. He grabs your hand and pulls you closer to him as your arms wrap around his waist. He holds you tightly as your face nuzzles into his chest. Oh no. Uh, push Monokuma away. I know there's no violence against the headmaster, but I will not accept this. Monokuma lets go of you and backs away from you as slightly as he looks at you. Well, I suppose you're good to go, he says and turns around and walks back towards the spot on stage as everyone else joins him on stage. Okay, watch the talent show. I, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, great emotional music during the talent show. Beyond stands on stage in front of everyone as she raises her hand into the air. Welcome to the first ever G-Side talent show. The fuck is G-Side? That's a Gorillaz album. Okay. She begins to smile as everyone else joins her in smiling. Now, before we begin, I want to introduce our special guest advisor. Oh shit. Who is it? Is it Monokuma? Mion waves towards the stage as an old, gaunt man walks out from behind the curtain. He walks with a limp and has dark circles under his eyes, making him look like a walking corpse. Okay, now this is turning into Danganronpa, alright? When weird shit starts happening out of nowhere. Ask, who are you? The man walks into the stage with a blank expression on his face and looks at everyone in the room. My name is Kazo Shinkawa, he says to everyone. But Mion goes silent. Mion continues to smile as she waves at Shinkawa, who waves back at her. This is getting weird now. Shinkawa walks over to Mion as he leans in close to whisper something in her ear before walking back off stage. Mion waves her hand towards everyone in the room as she begins to speak again. What the fuck is happening? Mion waves her hand. Same! Something weird's about to happen. Mion waves her hand in an arc above her head. Everyone in this room are future kidnapped victims. I thought we already knew that we were kidnapped, but okay. She announces as shock spreads across everyone's faces in the room except for yours and Monokuma's. I mean, I thought we already knew this. I'm starting to get a feeling that Mion is the shittiest mastermind ever because she seems to know everything. She's like, we're kidnapped. There's this random old man. Yeah, that has to be it. You say, I thought we already knew this. Mion stares at you for a few seconds before she begins to laugh loudly. I'm sorry, friend, but that's not what I meant, she says between laughs as she stops laughing to look at you again. I'm so confused. I'm talking about everyone in this room right now. She pauses once more to laugh before speaking again. The future kidnapped victims. Mion points at everyone in the room who is staring back at her in confusion. I just want to keep this going. Like, now don't worry, this is just the beginning. This is just our little introduction. Now it's time for us to get to work. What if I don't want to do the work? Monokuma feels like such a minor character now. He just showed up, hugged me, and tried to do things with me, and then just stopped. Oh god, the AI is starting to repeat itself. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll just keep it going. Okay, let's see what she means by work. Let's see what kind of work. Oh god, are we in a loop? You ask again. Okay. Um, okay. Everyone goes off and does the work. Whatever the work is. Everyone goes off and does the work while you sit there and think about how stupid you feel for asking this question in the first place. It's only been a few hours since everyone got here, and already you're being forced to work like a fucking indentured servant? What the hell kind of game is this? Alright. Try to talk to someone. You decide to try to talk to someone about what's going on here because this isn't normal. You find Monokuma standing alone in the corner, looking over the scene of the destruction he's caused. Oh boy. Um. What are you doing, Monokuma? You know what? I might attempt something. I might try to kill Monokuma and see what happens. Watching over my creation. He turns his head to look at you briefly before turning back to look at his handiwork again. I've already witnessed the beginning of this myself. Creation? Oh wait, I I misread that. But I thought it would be best if someone else did it. Creation? The students of this school, man, does Monokuma create us? Did you create us? This is the weirdest Danganronpa game I've ever played. Of course not. That's silly. Monokuma laughs at his own joke before continuing. But I did create this school and all of its students. So, do you create new people then, you ask? Confused by what Monokuma is saying. Oh no. What is happening? I think this music is very fitting too. I'm afraid not. He points at himself and laughs again. I'm just like this all the time. You don't understand, but you decide not to question it any further and instead try to get some sleep. After all, you have school in the morning. Okay, I can do that. Go to sleep. Alright, let's see what happens the next day, because it's been a weird fucking day. You wake up in your bed in your room, which is completely empty, save for your clothes. Confused, you get up and head downstairs to find Mion, of course, standing near the kitchen, cooking something up. When she sees you, she lets out a yelp of surprise. I thought you'd be sleeping in class. You know what? I've had enough of her. We're just gonna ignore her and make breakfast. Okay, I guess we're talking anyway. I was, but I woke up early. You grab a slice of bread from a nearby plate and take a bite out of it while Mian continues talking to you as if nothing happened. What were you doing up so early anyway? I just woke up. Like I just woke up. That's it. Like what the fuck? What does it matter what I'm doing up so early? You thinking I'm gonna kill somebody? Mion seems satisfied with your excuse and continues cooking as if nothing else was said. So did anyone else die? Who? Oh, you know, the people who were murdered. She gives a little laugh at her own joke, but what is wrong with her? People were murdered? Oh my god. Oh shit, it's that music that plays when shit gets real. Yeah. Mion turns her head toward you. She continues cooking. There's blood all over the first floor. Monokuma did it again. Oh shit. Gotta investigate. Gotta investigate the first floor. Oh my god, yeah. AI generated text is the greatest thing ever. You walk into the living room to find it filled with blood, as well as a few pieces of dismembered body lying on the floor. It would appear that Monokuma has once again killed someone, though you're not sure who this time. Well, I mean, it's not like we've met any other characters. We've only met Monokuma and Mion. Um, okay. Look at the body. The body is that of a heavily mutated bear creature that looks like it's been torn, straight out of an old fairy tale. It must have been killed by something, as all its major organs are missing, save for the brain, which has been scooped out of its skull. Huh. Alright. Uh, try. Okay. All the students come to the first floor and also find the body. There, this will get all the students in the same room, hopefully, and then we can meet people. What? All the students come to the first floor and also find the body, which causes a lot of screaming and yelling. Junko comes over to you and Mion while holding a pair of kitchen knives still covered in blood. Here she says with an insane grin on her face, I found the culprit. Of course Junko's here. Of course. It all makes sense. Oh my god. Okay. Who is it? Oh, Spike Chunsoft, you had to put Junko back in here. It's that monster from earlier. Junko points at the body, which causes Mion to let out a gasp. That's horrible. How could anyone do such a thing? So, I guess she's saying the person killed themselves? Yeah, Monokuma apparently did it. And now I guess Junko is saying that the person I don't understand. Oh my god. It's so obvious. That monster killed Kairos. Kairos? Well, at least we're learning character names now. That monster killed Kairos, took his body, and cut it up. But why would he do that? Mion asks. To scare us. Junko grins once again. It's working. You're smiling a lot for some for a really scary situation. Junko. Thank you! Junko gives another insane laugh as she twirls the knives around. Her eyes fixate on Mion the entire time. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh my god. I think you're the culprit. Junko. I know, right? What is happening? Nonsense, Junko laughs once again. Though this time it sounds more like a shriek. I would never kill Kairos. He was my friend. Then who killed Kairos? Alright. I'm gonna get Monokuma back in here. Okay. Monokuma appears in the room. With one of his many masks, which he takes off to reveal his true self. I did. The entire room goes silent once they realize the truth. Um, I don't know anymore. Monokuma sits down on a couch and he smiles again. Well then, it looks like I win again. I've already been confirmed as the winner of this game, so everyone else has lost. Sorry, Mion, but I had to do it. You bastard. We didn't even have a class trial. I don't understand anything anymore. Didn't have one. What do you think this is, the courtroom from TV? No class trial. No trial at all, really. I just decided who killed, who based on who I thought did it, and here I am with the winner of this game. That made no sense. That's not how it works. Fuck it. What else can go wrong? Punch Monokuma. This is the weirdest thing ever. You punch Monokuma in the face, though he doesn't move much thanks to his large fat face. How do you think that works? Fairly predictable, I suppose. We still only know, like, three students. Yeah, probably should watch out for his tongue. But that doesn't mean we can't try and get some answers, Mion says. Why did you kill Kairos? He was a weak leader who was dragging us down, with his endless indecisiveness and lack of action, Monokuma explained with a frown. I didn't even meet this guy. I didn't even know he was trying to be a leader. Alright, I still think we should have a class trial. Something doesn't add up. Fuck. Then try asking him something else. I have nothing else to add. You try asking him what he did after he left the room after killing Kairos, but he just gives another frown and turns away from you, clearly not wishing to discuss it. Alright. Monokuma sighs and decides to have... I think a class trial would be very funny to have in this AI dungeon. Decides to have the class trial anyways. All the students go to the trial room. We don't even know if this is real, Mion points out. Does it matter, Monokuma asks? If we find out he's lying, we'll just change our vote. Who's lying? Alright. Okay. Junko, where were you when Kairos was murdered? Oops, I almost misspelled it. Was murdered. I was in the medical bay having my wounds treated. I remember because it was around the time I got stabbed by that mutant. How'd it go? Faye asks. We got a new character. We got Faye in the fold. Alright. Okay. It was pretty bad, Junko admits. I had to have several organs removed, and my left arm was practically hacked off. What about your other arm? George asks. Okay, everyone just stepping up now. I don't see what this has anything to do with the trial, but okay. That was a success, Juko smiles. The surgeon said if I had it done earlier, I might have survived. So, Juko survived an attack by a mutant and a cut with a knife, Jacob asks. I did, Junko nods, and lived to tell the tale. Okay. Well, considering these two just showed up out of nowhere. Faye, where were you? When Kai... Oh, shit. I was in my room. I remember because I was listening to music and didn't hear anyone come in. What were you listening to? George asks. An album called Vampira by Clawfinger. Is that real? Vampira. Clawfinger. I mean, Clawfinger seems like it's a real band, so okay. Alright, and then we're gonna ask George where he was. Is his name George? Yeah. George. Oh god. I cannot spell right now. Where were you when Kairos was killed? I was in my room. I remember because I was listening to music and didn't hear anyone coming in. What were you listening to? Mirab asks. I was listening to music, George says. Do you know what song I was listening to? I'm just gonna see what happens if I say the same song. I don't listen to music, George says. I remember because I was doing homework. Oh, so you changed your story. What were you doing? Mirab asks curiously. I don't remember you being interested in anything other than killing and combat. Oh shit. Apparently Mirab has experience in killing and combat. Alright. Mirab. But yes, George is sketchy. He changed his story and refused to say what song he listened to. Where were you during the drum? During the murder? Man, this feels like an actual trial now, somewhat. I was in the armory. I remember because I was getting ammo from my bolter. What did you get? Faye asks curiously. Platinum rounds, he says with glee. They're effective against Necrons. What is happening? What is a Necron? He was okay. I'll scroll up. What is a Necron? A fucking awesome idea. A dead machine civilization from the past who rose from their tomb to destroy the world. They were sealed away for good by the old ones. Okay. Where was he? Okay. The body is that of a heavily mutated bear creature that looks like it has been torn straight out of an old fairy tale. It must have been killed by something, as all of its major organs are missing save for the brain, which has been scoped out of its skull. And according to Junko, the monster killed Kiros, took his body, and cut it up. So, I don't know if a actual method was really... It seems like he was just obliterated somehow. Alright, you know, let's ask the room. Ask all the students how he was killed. Oh, wait. That's okay. Does everyone remember how Kairos was killed? No. That's a better way to say it. Who knows, maybe the game will just change it on us. No, but I do. It was during the initial training period when we were all given powers. Kairos was training us to fight with them. and he got himself killed by accidentally setting himself on fire. I remember that Faye says it was pretty funny. Okay, but I thought his body was cut up. Kairos' body wasn't found. Some of us think one of the dark gods got him. They were active during that time. What is it with this Mirab guy? He's like, he's into like Necrons, which apparently are a machine civilization. And then he's clearly into killing. But then George is being sketchy. Junko had the scissors. Okay. Can we do a DNA test on the scissors? And Monokuma still could have done it the entire time. We don't know. There's too much shit going on here. I think they're called scalpels, Mirab said. But if you want a DNA test, that'd be cool. Why would we want a DNA test? Faye says. That's more expensive than Space Marines. To find out if the scissors were used in the murder. Yes, wow, the game actually suggested dialogue. That was actually smart. We can rule out everyone but the killer. That's pretty in-depth for what it's worth, Mirab shrugs, but if you really need it, I can get for you. Okay. I don't know how you could do that. Do a DNA test on the scissors. Just watch, it's gonna give us a character that hasn't even shown up yet. He gets a pair of scalpels, some cotton wool, and other medical equipment, and returns with the equipment. He puts it on one side and goes over to Faye, putting his hand on her shoulder as he goes to look into her eyes. Faye? Oh shit. Do you trust me? What the hell? Of course, Faye says with a smile. What else would I trust you about? Well, this would be a good time to tell me, River says, because I'm about to do something that might make you trust me even less. Oh my god. Um... Mirab, what are you doing? I'm going to take a sample of your DNA. It'll only take a second. Oh shit, he's taking Faye's DNA. What for? Faye asked nervously. I don't want the person I'm dating snipping bits of my DNA. It's not going into a databank. Oh shit, they're dating? Wow. I guess love moves fast in Hope Speak Academy. I promise I just need a little bit of blood to do a test on. It's perfectly safe. God, what a twist. Fine, Faye says with a sigh, holding out her arm. Mirab takes a pair of scissors and cuts Faye's arm, letting blood pour into a tube. Now, I don't think that's how you do it, but okay. He just chopped her arm open. What the fuck? Oh my god. But okay. He smiles at Faye as he takes another device, presses a few buttons, and puts it next to the tube of blood. A few moments later, he puts the device into another machine with a screen on it showing various numbers and graphs. He types on a keyboard before looking at the screen again. What the hell is happening? Well, Mirab says with a smile, it seems that Mr. Karth has a very rare blood type. The test came back with a 99% accuracy rate, which means there's a 1% chance that Mr. Karth isn't actually a vampire. So Faye is a guy, as it turns out. I am, Faye says indignantly. Um, what does this have to do with the murder? Man, this is the wackest trial I've ever seen. Well, if Mr. Karth didn't kill Mr. Black, then it must have been another vampire. So, okay. So we're suspecting a vampire did it. And that must have been Mr. Karth, Faye says with a nod. What? So who here is the ultimate vampire? And that'd actually be a sick talent for a future Danganronpa. Because they'd be a suspect in like every case. They'd be like, oh shit, you killed me. Faye smiles, extending for arm for you to shake hands on it. You smile and shake hands with Faye, who smiles at you warmly. So when do we get out of here? She asks. We have to figure out who killed Kyron. I've forgotten how. Okay, Kairos, not Kyron. I already forgot his name because we got so off track. Holy shit. Fair enough, but who is killing who? Mira raises an eyebrow. I don't know. We have no leads. If we did, Mr. Black would have been dead already. Junko had the scissors. She could have cut him up. Yeah, I don't know what the Space Marines thing is about, but, you know. True, Mirab nods, but she's still got two left hands, so I don't see her chopping him up either. Unless she learned how to use her teeth during all those years she spent in a cult. What about Elizabeth? Faye asks. Okay. Well, we have a new character in the fold. Where were you during the murder? And why does it seem to be all girls, except I guess Faye is a guy and George is a guy? I was here. I was sleeping. Oh shit. Elizabeth is that mystery character. I was here, Elizabeth says distantly, not looking up for a book. I was sleeping. Faye looks at her skeptically. Are you sure? Seems unlikely, Mirab shrugs. I don't know, he says. Monokuma, can you confirm she was sleeping? Also, why was she already in the trial room? I accidentally put a 4 at the end. Oh well, whatever. Confirmed. If she wasn't, I'd know. Faye sighs and shakes her hand. Whatever, she says, turning back to you. So what's next? Um, did we find the brain? Because that was scooped out of the skull. So, no, but we're not looking for it. We need something to go off, Faye says slowly. Something that can pin the murder on someone. Mirab nods in agreement. We need evidence, he says, and we need it fast. Alright. I'm gonna look at George with suspicion. Because he's. It seems like Junko's cleared herself, even though I don't really believe it. But George, man. Look at George with suspicion. Okay. I feel like a dumbass, but I need to look up how to spell suspicion. Okay, good. We'll just copy and paste it. George, you say, do you have any idea where we could find some evidence? George frowns and thinks for a moment before shaking his head. No, he says, I don't think so. Faye looks at you, hopefully. Do you have an idea, brother? Oh, we're brothers now? George, oh god, changed his story. Isn't that a bit weird? Weird? Well, when we first met him, he said he was asleep when Kairos was killed. Then we woke him up. He said he was eating an apple. That never happened. But I'll go with it. I'll go with it. Mirab looks at George with suspicion, and George shrugs. It's not that weird, he says. I was hungry. Mirab looks skeptical, but doesn't press the issue. Um, you also said we had homework. This isn't possible, as we haven't had classes yet. Damn, I should have just pointed that out the second I noticed that. We literally haven't had a single class yet. It's just like, okay. It's possible I had classes, but I just forgot because I was tired. It happens sometimes. Mirab sighs, shaking his head. If we had classes, that would mean we actually went to the planet, which we clearly didn't. I have to ask, what planet are you talking about? Are we in space right now? Are we in a space school? Uh, Cerberus. We went to planet Cerberus. Faye looks at you confused. What does planet Cerberus have to do with anything? She asks, baffled. Mirab ignores her, looking at you expectantly. What do you think happened? And I guess Faye is a girl again. What do you think happened? I'm just gonna say it. I think George killed him. I think George killed Kairos. Yeah, Space Marines make sense now. Mirab stares at you in shock a moment before laughing bitterly. You truly are an idiot, aren't you? Kairos was killed by a mysterious assassin, who obviously also killed the other two leaders. What other two leaders? Are you saying there was a triple murder? Oh my god. This is the biggest class trial in history. One leader less, yes? This is ridiculous. What are you talking about? Faye asks again, more annoyed this time. Mirab turns to her. We had three leaders on the ship. Kairos, George, and Charles. Faye's eyes widen, and she sits up straighter in her seat. Kairos was killed by a mysterious assassin, who obviously killed the other two leaders. But that's not possible, because George is still here. What the fuck? Oh my god, unless it was another George. It does to me, he admits, but George is still here, so that makes no sense. What are you talking about? Faye asks again, annoyed. We had three leaders on the ship. Oh my god. Yeah, I think Mira might be trying to throw this shit off, because, he is an expert in killing. He was in the armory. He was getting weapons. So you know what? I think you killed Kairos. Mira stares at you from in shock before laughing bitterly again. I was gonna say the same thing. Alright, we're gonna get Monokuma involved. Monokuma looks up and says that George is indeed, that George is here at this trial. So there is no way that makes sense. There. Mirab turns to stare at him confused. George shrugs, looking down at his feet. I was asleep, he says simply. Mirab turns back to stare at you, shaking his head. Why would you make up such a story? This is the weirdest fucking thing. Mirab killed Kairos, he asks. I don't know why you would. Because it's stupid, you say. Mirab turns back to stare at George, shaking his head slowly from side to side. That didn't even make any sense. Alright. Um fuck. Um I honestly have no idea what to say anymore. This is wild. Like, yeah, I definitely think this is a fever dream. You're a stupid man, aren't you? Asks quietly, a stupid man who thought he could use me. He leans forward, staring at you. What are you saying? Oh god, is he gonna accuse me now? Mira leans back, shaking his head from side to side, then turns to stare at the door. After a few minutes have passed, he turns to stare back at you, shaking his head slowly from side to side again. This man likes shaking his head. Monokuma pulls out Kairos Kairos's brain and reveals it to the class. He asks. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't make sense. The spoon, okay, used to scrape the brain still inside. A DNA test is ordered to be done on the spoon. There we go. We need to move this trial along. The results come back positive for Kairos' DNA. Monokuma reveals that the Kairos brain was fried by the nanomachines inside it, making it inedible. Well, that just screwed it up even more. But there was more DNA on the handle that belonged to someone else. There. Someone with similar DNA to Mirab. Who could it be? Oh my god. We did it. We actually led the game to we're leading this trial to a conclusion. It's not mine, Mirab shouts out. I didn't kill him. I don't know who that other person is. He stares at the crowd, his eyes full of tears and anger. I'm being framed. Then explain how your DNA is on the spoon. Man, I really hope a new Danganronpa gets announced this year, for real. Mirab stares at you for a moment, laughing bitterly again. You truly are an idiot. Oh, he's saying the same shit again. Oh, cool. Dead body music playing. Alright, okay. Monokuma announces it's time to vote. Dun, 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 dun. To vote for who the class thinks killed Kairos. If the correct person is found, the killer is executed. If the killer, if the vote, oh shit, The vote isn't correct. Everyone else dies. Okay. Let's find out who killed Kairos. I think it was Mirab, you say, staring at him. George nods in agreement. Yes, I agree, he says quietly. He would have had motive, means, and opportunity. Mirab stares at him, nodding slowly. Alright. Vote for Mirab as the killer of Kairos. Alright, let's see what happens. I'll remember this, Mirab says, staring at George with malice in his eyes, before turning back to stare at you, and you will pay. He turns back to stare at George once more. I didn't kill Kairos, he says softly. I know who did. Then tell us. Jesus Christ. Mirab stares at you for a moment, his eyes full of malice, filled with hate and anger and sadness and so much more before shrugging. I don't know, he says. I'm sorry. Alright. The votes are in. The class. The entire class voted for Mirab. Alright. Even you. A loud buzzer sounds, indicating that the time for the discussion is over. Monokuma comes back under the screen. Well, he says angrily. Did you come up with anything? Did you what? I like how the AI has determined now that Monokuma is supposed to be the overseer. Good shit. We have decided Mirab is the killer. Are we correct? Alright, so let's hope. Yes, Monokuma says angrily. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm putting all of you into solitary confinement until I figure out what's going on with this class. What? Mirab says angrily, staring at you. Why? Before we can get any answers. Monokuma declares it is punishment time and decides to execute Mirab. Well, we did it. At least we figured out the correct man. Because he thinks Mirab killed Kairos. Let's see him die. Mirab is dragged away by guards as Monokuma declares that you all will be executed next, because it's obvious that you're all guilty. Wow, shit. But that's impossible. I legit didn't do it. I was asleep. Damn, we're about to get the bad ending. Yeah, well, these things happen, Monogumi says. Just glad I'm not on the execution list today. He laughs maniacally, then stops and no one else laughs with him. Anyway, I'll see you later. The screen goes black and the game ends. Congratulations. Um... Um... You have reached conclusion number 1. If only every ending was this easy. Now it's time to choose who lives and who dies. Note if we ended the game before murdering anyone. What the fuck is happening? Just gonna press enter and see what happens again. This is very important. Okay, so now it's just generating random ass shit that has nothing to do with this anymore. Well, I guess we got a bad ending. I guess we figured out Mirab did it, and then Monokuma was just like, screw it, I'm gonna kill all of you. Wow, what what an experience. Did it even give us a quest or anything? No. Wow, that was that was something.